Arizona leading it 43-20 here at halftime at the McHale Center, which is a pretty crowd on hand today. 5,000 is the third largest crowd in school history. Time now to take a look at our stats, brought to you by Budweiser. And the first half, Arizona just doing everything right. Rebounds, turnovers, everything. Points off turnovers, 17.
Well, Oregon has 12 turnovers. Arizona only has 5, and that tells the story there. Oregon has not really had the opportunity to take advantage of much when they've only turned the ball over 5 times in the first half.
Our halftime statistics have been brought to you by Budweiser, brewery fresh taste guarantee. Kathy, give me a couple of things you think Oregon needs to do right off the bat, the first 5 minutes to try and get themselves back in this game.
They need to get another foul or 2 on Chantanese Polk. I think right off the bat, they got to get the ball into Bills, run their offense, go inside, outside, but try to create a situation where Polk is getting some fouls. And I think that they need to really toughen up on defense. If they're going to stay in this zone, they need to make sure that they make it tougher for Polk to get the ball inside.
Need to get hot maybe from the outside as well. Maybe Wagner could get a little bit hot, Gunderson as well. And maybe Brandy Davis can give them a lift. You look at the leading scorers. Ashley Allen, Gaines and Herring all with 4. Polk, Jones, 12 and 11, and Wheeler with 5. Amy Gribb with 5. Got to start with it here in the second half. Once again, this third largest crowd in school history on their feet, as is the tradition here, until Oregon scores a basket. Here's Jones. Now Gribb, thought about it, steps up. A rainbow shot, bounces around and over the backboard. The all-time biggest crowd, well, it was against Oregon back in 2000 when the Ducks were Pac-10 champions. 5,272, so you can tell the interest and the enthusiasm is really building for Arizona basketball.
A lot of credit goes to Joan Bonman senior staff. They've just done a great job of taking over a program that really wasn't well received here in Tucson. They didn't have a lot of success, and now they've got a crowd of 5,000 here today. That's really terrific.
Herring in the lane, and that's what you talked about, Kathy, going inside, trying to get some buckets and draw some fouls. Gribb moving it around. Wheeler does not feel like there's nearly as much energy in the arena right now as there was at the beginning of the game as Polk lays it home.
And that's the pass they can't allow. I mean, that's across the key pass. Oregon has got to see where Polk is going. She seals off her person, but there's got to be some help. When you see Chantanese Polk in there, you've got to know you've got to have some help side defense to help out with that cut.
Polk with 14, and Wheeler loses it out of bounds right in front of us. And another look at that pass, Kathy.
Another look at that pass. It's just way too easy. Herring is obviously mismatched size-wise, but needs to stay in that lane and not allow the pass to be delivered.
Mizuzawa without an assist yet, Kathy, in this basketball game.
Yeah, that's, obviously she averages 6.5 assists per game. She only had 1 against Arizona State on Thursday, has none up to this point, and that tells you a lot about Oregon's offense. Not much is happening when Mizuzawa was not in position to create easy open shots for her teammates, and then having her teammates knock down those shots, which has clearly been a problem tonight.
And by the end of the year, she's going to be the first player in Oregon history that has more assists than points as Gribb fires away from 3. Saved. Who's going to get it? Ducks do. Mizuzawa with it. She's got 157 assists and 128 points. And an offensive foul on Herring and tangled up down there on the baseline. There you see that number we're talking about. No player's ever done that before. And I think teams have really sagged off her lately. I think that in those first few games when they played LSU and NC State, they weren't sure what kind of shooter she was, and they were playing her man up. But I think that as time went by, they're daring her to shoot the outside ball, and she wouldn't.
Right, I think it's one of those stats that is both the good thing about Corey Mizuzawa and the bad thing. Good thing is that she has a lot of assists. The bad thing is she's not looked to score nearly as much as she needs to for this Duck team to be successful. She's got to be an offensive threat.
Very tough to get those assists when the man that's playing you or the woman that's playing you sags off so far in that man-to-man defense. And tied up, going to get a jump ball call. Arrow points to Oregon. Have you noticed that too, Kathy? Teams sagging way off Corey when she's trying to bring the ball inside?
Well, absolutely. They do get a chance to look at this where Bills does a good job of securing this, and you can see the grab over the top by Polk. A lot of ball, a little bit of hand, but not enough to call anything. But that's clearly what teams have done, and that's what the Ducks need right there is Chelsea Wagner to drain some three-pointers. Great shot for the Ducks.
And an assist for Misuzawa, her first of the game on the out-of-bounds play. Ducks down by 22. Inside to Polk, puts it up. A foul is called from the outside. The official underneath the hoop didn't call it, but it's going to be on Bills. And it's going to be her third foul. See what Bev Smith decides to do here with 3 fouls now on Bills.
That's the one thing the Ducks did not want to have happen so soon here in the second half is get number 3 on Bills. They really needed to work hard to try to get it on Polk and have not been able to get the ball inside to have that happen. But obviously that call goes Polk's way as Bills is just way too much body on the shot.
Polk misses the free throw. Very frustrated, as you can see, only 53% from the line. Maybe that's the only thing missing from her game.
And you can bet that's something she'll be working on here in the offseason to improve that for next year.
Seems like she's been around forever. She's only a sophomore. She's one of those players that by the time they get to be a senior, it's like they're 8th-year seniors.
Yeah, she's the kind of player that the coaches at other schools sure would like to see graduate sooner than her 4 years.
Gunderson goes behind the back. Bills trying to get a hold of it. Wagner for 3. Follows it. Tries to lay it up. Bills. And it goes.
Good perseverance on the offensive boards. It's not something the Ducks have normally done well, but good job on that one. Wagner, first of all, following her shot. Many good shooters will tell you, you always got to follow your shot because you're the one who knows where it's going to go if it misses. And then also
Okamabua comes in from the outside and a hard foul. And Polk is down.
This game has gotten very, very physical on the inside, and the officials are letting a lot of it go. You saw that under the Duck basket. A lot of bodies were being contacted, no foul, and obviously a foul there, but a lot of physicality going on here today.
Cass tried to inbounds it. They get it under the basket. Hobson puts it up and in. That's the one that'll make the coach climb the walls. Okamabua. Bills playing with 3 fouls. Misuzawa tries to get it down low, but Polk comes away with it.
They're not a good offensive set. That was not a good look by Misuzawa. It was just not understanding where your teammate is.
We got bodies on the floor again, 4 of them, and a jump ball is called. Possession arrow out to Arizona.
Get a chance to look at the isolation here on the inbounds pass, and there's our cutter right there coming through is Shannon Hobson, and no Duck picks her up. She just gets way too easy a chance to make that basket.
And she's so quick, she outran the circle.
She outran the circle.
That's how quick she was on that play. 50-27. Cats have the lead. We got a timeout on the floor. We're back to Tucson. See if the Ducks can play with a lot of character here down the stretch. Back after this. Welcome back, everyone. There's a future Arizona basketball player in the house to watch the Cats, and right now they're getting it done. And on the Oregon side, some Duck fans as well, not working out the way that they are hoping that it would work out today.
Nope, they're looking a little sad over there, but, you know, there's 15 minutes left in this game, and I just, I think we both hope that the Ducks can really show a lot of heart here and see if they can't push this Arizona team and make a little bit of run at them.
Well, I think the biggest thing, too, is just to play hard. I think that people respect teams when they play hard and play all the way to the end, no matter what happens. And, yeah, it's tough. You're down 50-27. But as a coach, that's the one thing you want to see out of your team is to have them show the effort that you need to see out of them.
Absolutely. You got to feel good about your effort at the end of the game. Even if things don't go your way, you got to feel good about what you did out there, that you worked as hard as you could, and that's going to be the Ducks' moral victory perhaps here today.
Offensive foul called. Oregon with 14 fouls here in the second half, and Arizona with none. Out to Wheeler, left alone for 3. Short. Fighting for the rebound. Has to be something. Has to be a jump or a travel or a foul. And they'll call a jump ball, which is probably the good mediation of that, and it'll be Arizona basketball.
It was, and Coco Sanford has entered the game for Arizona. Very, very athletic player, and that's what she does well. Is she gets offensive rebounds. She came right in and did what she does best.
There again, the inbounds right underneath the basket. Linder, Grib, wide open for the three. Wheeler runs it down.
Wheeler's so quick to the ball. If it's out there anywhere near her, she's the one who's going to corral it just about every time.
I think she's got to be the quickest player in the Pac-10, Kathy, don't you think? Just pure quickness?
I think so. I don't think I've seen anybody who moves quite as quickly as she does.
Grib will commit the foul on the rebound, and I think Gribb's just wanting to go out on her final game here at Mac Court with some numbers. Arizona's 0 for 5 from 3 in the half, and Gribb's got 3 of those.
And she's had some good looks, just haven't been able to hit them fall, but it is her last game here at McHale, so you know that she wants to have something really fun and something good happen. She hit a couple in the first half, but so far not in the second half, and maybe that's a benefit to the Ducks. If they're not hitting from the outside, they could make a little bit of a run here.
Gunderson wide open underneath, and Wagner finds her.
Yeah, Gunderson had to make sure she saw her down there. She was so open so early, and good job by Wagner to get the ball in there and by Gunderson to finish.
Grib on the point now. Back to Linder. Sanford just running the baseline, and then Wheeler tries to get it to her, but Bill steps out. Nice play. And Ashley Allen's going to come back in, Kathy.
She is, and this is that offensive set. Gunderson is the one who threw the ball, got her defender picked off, and went right to the rim. Nice offensive set by the Ducks.
Grib trying to break the defense down a little bit. Get it down to Sanford, too hard. Polk the rebound, no good. Boy, but Polk falls on Bills. Not happy about it. It was a jump ball call. And I guess that's what you want to see, fighting for the basketball.
Fighting for the basketball. There's a lot, like we talked about, a lot of contact. The missed shot, you can see both players going for it. Polk is mad. She missed the bunny right there. And then you see Bills would not be denied hanging on to that ball, even though Polk, big woman, is from her.
Okamabua getting a lot of minutes here in the game. Kayla Steen. Still waiting to see if we're going to see Brandy Davis as Ashley Allen goes to the basket and short on the lane. Under 14 now. Coco Jones. Sorry, that was Natalie Jones with the ball. Coco Sanford running the baseline.
But it sounded good. Coco Jones sounded like a good name.
I figured that just meshed the two together. Into Bills. Turn around, that's a tough shot and a tough call on Arizona on a fall-away jumper.
It is. Polk did the best job she could of keeping her arms forward, but it's so hard to keep them straight. And when Bills makes her turn, you'll get a chance to see it here. She hesitates. Watch the arms. They actually go forward, and you feel like you're going straight up, but it's like the ball has magnets to your hand, and you just have to go forward to find it. And that was Polk's third foul, so she's going to have to take a little bit of a rest.
See it in slow motion. It was a good call. That ball hit everything it could hit before it went down on the free throw. 6 now for Bills. Polk goes to the bench. Ducks trailing it by 20, trying to get it under 20 now for the first time this half. And Bills will miss the free throw, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Arizona basketball. Carolyn Gaines going to come in, and Bills will take a rest for Bev Smith. So right now you've got Misuzawa, Wagner, Bills, and Brandy Davis, and Herring all on the bench. Basically looking at the second 5 right here.
The exception of Gunderson, who's typically a starter. That is, you've got a whole team of subs in here, but this might be exactly what Oregon needs. Get some playing time for these players who don't always play that much, and maybe infuse a little bit of energy into your team.
Outside shot, no good. Going to follow, and then a foul called from the outside.
That's the risk you take. You leave her so open. Chelsea Wagner goes flying out to try to defend the three-pointer, but then she's in the bench when the follow-up, the missed shot goes right back to the player who shot it, and that's obviously an easy rebound for Jones, an easy opportunity to go back up and gets fouled.
Natalie Jones at the line, again, a very good free throw shooter. She makes that. She would have been 81%, but she's at 80%, and Jessie Shetter is going to come in for Yadley Okamabua. Fans, State Farm Insurance, a major supporter of women's athletics, and they're pleased to bring you the women's sports calendar. Next week, Stanford at home, Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Come out and support the Ducks. See if they can stop Nicole Powell. Ducks and the Cardinal in Mac Court Thursday at 7. Calendar brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Gunnarsson. Here come the Cats. Wheeler gonna send it up and through. Nothing but twine.
Didn't hesitate, well beyond the three-point arc, and just she's feeling it. When she gets feeling it, she knows that there's really not a spot on the floor she can't drill a shot from. 10
for Wheeler. So she moves to double figures. Gunnarsson in the lane. Tough turnaround. And knocked off Jessie Shetters out of bounds to Arizona.
Miss Gunnarsson probably trying to do a little bit too much. She's trying to create something inside, and she's real good off one dribble, but that fadeaway is probably not her strength.
Gunnarsson will come out of the game. Herring will come in. So Herring, Shetters, Ashley Allen, Kayla Steen, and Carolyn Gaines on the floor for the Ducks. Here's Linder to Gribb. Shannon Hobson just calling for the ball. Finally she gets it, and a travel. Good call from the outside here. It's been a very well officiated game. I think the refs were giving us a little sugar before the game so we wouldn't criticize them. They're over here talking to us, being very nice. They're trying to confuse us on who is who, so if it was a bad call, it'd be the other person.
Absolutely.
Wheeler on the steal and the lay-in. And now
makes that look way too easy, just picking that passing lane. The Ducks have got to do a better job of using ball fakes and passing the ball more crisply, not allowing Wheeler to get into the passing lane as she just did for the second time. Another easy bunny from the left side.
Making it look easy, and Joan Bombacini calling for the same defense. She go into a little three-quarter length trap, which I don't know is completely necessary at 58-30. Now she calls it off. It's a 10-3 Arizona run. And a foul called on the outside. And away from the ball. Yeah, those are the kind of calls I don't think either coach really appreciates at this point of the game. 58-30. 11:25 to go. A tough day in the desert for the Oregon Ducks and a big one for the Arizona Wildcats, D.D. Wheeler. We're back to Tucson after this. Welcome back, everyone. Fans, if you haven't checked this out yet, Kathy, you're cyberspace ready, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely, Joe.
Big time on that. The Ozone. Have you seen that yet? I know your husband, Andy, is big on the online stuff, GoDucks.com.
He loves the GoDucks.com, absolutely.
Yep, there all the time. He tells me all about that. Hello to you, Andy, as well, if you're watching today. And to your kids, Gracie and Blake. Subscription service, GoDucks.com. Ozone service offers live video and audio of select games. And what you do is you can just go in, you pay $5 a month, and you can watch all the coaches' shows. You can see interviews after games. In fact, you can even watch games, and anywhere in the world you can do it. So if you have relatives that are in the military or working overseas, I know that my brother was working over in overseas in Indonesia, and that's a great way for them to keep in touch with the Ducks. Just go to GoDucks.com, and you can watch all this stuff online. It's amazing what technology has done. GoDucks.com. Go check it out. Herring is at the line. And here comes Wheeler. 58-31. Linder sends that one up. That was just a rainbow shot. Misuzawa, good pass. Allen. Ducks running.
One of the very, very few times we've seen the Ducks in any kind of transition where they've been able to get up the floor and make something happen.
Still working in that zone. Hobson just hollering for that basketball inside. It's gotten very quiet here in the McHale Center. It's a very unusual crowd here, even for the men's games, as the three is off. You know, the men's games as well, it's a very big retirement community, so the average age is a little higher than it would be at any other Pac-10 school. That can lend itself to being a little quieter as well. And you notice that in the men's games. Trying to get it down to Carolyn Gaines. She takes it up. Good rebound by Jessie Shedders on the putback.
Nice job by Shedders. First of all, positioning, put herself on the offside of the basket, and then never stop and just jumps up, gets the ball, puts it right back in so nobody else can get in there to defend her. Pretty savvy for a freshman.
Ducks trying to approach that 20-point mark right now, trailing by 23, so good little run for the Ducks right now. Sanford can't get it to fall. Shedders the rebound. Gets knocked in the nose as well. Misuzawa, nice pass to Gaines, who is fouled on the way up.
The Ducks showing a little sign of life here. Shedders gets a really nice, tough rebound underneath, outlets it, and then Misuzawa does what she does best. Starts to get everybody running a little bit and gets a beautiful pass cross court into Gaines, who's able to draw the foul.
Gaines will go to the line. And the free throw is good. It's a 6-0 run for the Ducks. And Brandy Davis into the game now. Comes in down 22 in the game. Probably the question viewers are asking at home is if she could play now, why not a little earlier? But I think there are certain things, if you don't practice the day before, it's hard to, and what message does that send to the team? Hey, we're going to put you in anyway, even though you weren't able to practice.
Right, that definitely, I think, had an impact on this game. Talking to Coach Bonamancini before the game, she was very concerned about Brandy Davis. What a good athlete she is, what a good offensive player she is. So took a lot of pressure off Arizona, but they didn't have to worry about Davis tonight.
Ducks on a 7-0 run. Davis on Jones to get it down to Hobson. She's rejected by Shedders. Polk gets it back, draws the foul, and sneaks it over the rim.
It's one of those plays where the Ducks really did a lot of things right on that play, but still Arizona's going to have an opportunity for the three-point play. Shedders does a good job defensively, blocking the shot, but the rebound, Karams right back to Polk, who's able to put it back up. And does a nice job of showing, she really looked off balance and awkward, but still managed to get it to fall somehow.
17 now for Polk. Looking for 18, and she does not get it. Brandy Davis with the rebound. It's good to see Brandy in the game.
Definitely elevated way above everyone to get that rebound, so a pair of fresh legs might help the Ducks here.
I think just for the fact to know that she's okay. If nothing else at this point. Ducks trailing by 23 with 9 minutes to go. Wheeler's played an outstanding game, doing everything you'd ask your point guard to do. Some scoring, distributing, taking care of the basketball. Gribb trying to drive, nowhere to go into the hoop. Back out to Jones. 10 on the clock. Polk saw it. Goes to the hoop, lays it up and in. That's pretty tough to stop when you got that big body coming down the lane.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody wants to really step in front of her. So I thought Gaines did actually a pretty good job making it a tough shot. But Polk shows she's got some versatility.
Allen driving with her shoulder down and going to draw the foul.
This is the most action Ashley Allen has seen in quite some time. Doing a nice job of staying aggressive. She's one of those, I think, tough kids who can come in and really kind of do some of that dirty work for you and has really come in and done a nice job for the Ducks this afternoon.
Actually, Allen's only attempted 9 shots the entire year. Only 2 baskets up into this game and averaging 6 minutes. Tonight, she's played about 18 minutes so far. So, again, I think Beth Smith just looking for combinations, looking to see who's going to play all out, play with heart, play with desire, no matter what the score. Hobson.
Oregon is not quite sure to do with that inside game of Arizona. That time they tried to front, but didn't get over there quick enough. Got the pass in there, and the help came a little bit too late.
They collapse on Misuzawa. Wheeler with it. Brandy Davis beats her to the other end, but Wheeler's able to get it to go anyway.
This is where Oregon, they really have done some nice stuff here in the second half, but this is a stretch of basketball that they would probably like to forget. Just turnovers and a little bit of sloppy play and not quite doing the things that they really need to do to play good basketball. And right now for Bev Smith, that's the only thing she's got to look at right now is trying to play good basketball.
21 Oregon turnovers. Ducks trailing it big here in Tucson. The final 7:35 after this. Welcome back, everyone. Make sure to tune in to Duck Sports Wrap. Every Tuesday nights, you get a chance to see the coaches and or hear the coaches, talk with Jerry Allen, and also our friend Ray Martin, who is in the house tonight. And say hello to all your fans, Ray. I know you're signing autographs pretty much all the time. You're back home in Eugene, so it's nice for you to be able to get down here to the desert where you can get a little bit of peace and quiet. It's almost like when the celebrities go to Europe for vacation.
There you
don't
go.
get bothered all the time.
That's Ray when he comes to Arizona.
I turned the TV monitor over so Ray could see himself on TV and knock water all over the desk. So that's the bad move of the day by me. And Amy Gribb with the basketball. Ray and I go back a long ways. Gribb for three. Rainbow. High for the rebound is Hobson, and she's fouled by Brandy Davis. Boy, Hobson really got up.
Yeah, Hobson really is a nice athlete. Is only a freshman. That's the one spot on the floor, the four spot that Arizona has struggled finding who's going to be a part of this starting lineup. The other four have started all year, but they've rotated. And Hobson has really stepped up and made herself that most viable, successful four spot for Arizona, and that shows you a little bit of her athleticism right there, and really her willingness to go after and get the ball.
Hobson trying to make it a 30-point advantage for the Cats. And looks like a lane violation would have been called if she had missed it. And with that free throw, we will take another timeout here in Tucson at the McHale Center. The lead is 30, 67-37. The final 7:02 coming up after this. 67-37, 7:02 to go. Corey Musazawa in the game, along with Jessie Shetters, Brandy Davis, Carolyn Gaines, and Cicely Oakes for the first time tonight.
It's one of these times where you can go ahead and get kids out there that don't play them much, and Cicely certainly is only averaging about 2.9 minutes a game, so she hasn't been in much this year, but good opportunity for her to have all that hard work pay off and get a little game time.
There's Cicely with the ball right now. Brandy Davis still looking to get a shot up. Good work with the ball. Nice pass down low, but it's tipped away. I don't know that Gaines is entirely ready for it. I think she thought the shot was going up. Polk looking for the skip, and it goes out of bounds. Cat's going to make some more substitutions as well. Duggar and Gribb will take their seats. The two seniors.
Probably not the last we've seen of them, though. I'm assuming they'll get in here and get one more chance for the fan to applaud their great effort here at Arizona before this game is up.
Get a little curtain call. And just the push off with the hand and creating some space, though, getting a good shot up, just didn't go.
Well, her athleticism is so evident. I mean, she just is so quick, good hands with the ball. Really has done come in here and really showed her athleticism, done some good things, and realize how much the Ducks missed her during the course of this game.
6 more minutes to go. Oregon will end their regular season next week with Stanford and Cal at MacArthur Court. Davis for three, and that breaks a 4-minute drought.
And she has come in, and when she's got the ball, she's looking to score right now. She's the one Duck who just, you can tell when she gets it, she wants to find a way to score.
It was on the line, but picked up by Polk and put away.
And that's the frustrating thing, is you get a player to make such a bad shot, and then you don't have your rebounders where they need to be, as Davis drills another three-pointer.
Davis knocks the three, and a timeout. I'm not sure what the timeout's for, but Ducks used a 20 on that, or 30, excuse me, to talk about offensively. Yeah, Brandy Davis, boy, instant offense.
Instant offense, come in, drills a couple of three-pointers, one that gets a little backboard, but this is the one that frustrates you. If the shot goes up, you can't get your person away from that rim, and the easy return bucket by Polk, and she's been all over the place. Got 21 points, 10 boards tonight, which is a pretty typical night for her.
Hey fans, the Oregon tennis teams are off to great starts right now. The men's tennis team will play Rice on the Friday, February 27th, 4 o'clock at the Tennis Center. That's right behind Matt Court. It's free to everybody. Get in there and see Chris Russell's group go at it. They're very good, a lot of fun to be around. And the women's team as well. Bill Shylander, the coach there, and Daria Panova getting it done, having one of their best seasons ever in Oregon tennis history. Get a chance to see some good tennis on campus. And the ball's knocked away over in the corner, and it'll be Oregon basketball. So Oaks getting involved on the defensive end, the freshman from Grant High School. Another timeout on the floor. So we may be setting a record for number of timeouts in a game that's right now 26-point game.
Yes, apparently the coaches are using these as teachable moments. That's what we coaches call these. When you see a teachable moment, you'd like to use it. And I think both coaches are using this, knowing that the game is not in doubt at this point. They can use these moments to teach their kids how to be better players.
And for Arizona, really, it's the start of a long journey with Joan Bombacini because they're very young. Freshman 3, sophomore 6. You've got 2 juniors, and then their seniors, Gribb and Duger. Really, Gribb's a contributor. She has that 3-point shot, but they're not going to miss a whole heck of a lot. They've had another good recruiting year, and again, I think they were probably, with Nicole Powell leaving Stanford, I would think that Arizona would be the favorite for the Pac-10 Championship next year when all those preseason polls come out.
They very well may be. They've definitely got a lot of the ingredients here that you need to be an excellent team.
Oaks left alone, and off Polk and out of bounds. Gribb's going to come back in the basketball game. Replacing Linda Pace. There's a good look at Chantanese Polk, Polky, as they call her. But you've arrived when you're just down to one name.
Absolutely. Madonna, Polky, it's all the same. It's all you need to know who she is.
Jessie Shedders with the shot. Shedders with 4 in the basketball game. Knocked away by Oaks. She's going to get it. Here comes Wheeler, though. Gets in her way and bothers her enough to make her miss the shot.
It's a sign of a great player, never giving up. Her team is ahead by a bundle and doesn't give up on trying to go down there and make it a much harder shot on Oaks than it needed to be. Great hustle by Dee Dee Wheeler.
Polk out to Sanford, and Oaks is right there on her. Back down to Polk. Says, how about this? Wide open on the baseline. No good. Who's going to get it? Sanford makes the shot, and she came down, landed straight on Jessie Shedders' legs.
It's one of those nights, Joe, where everything is going the way of Arizona as they're putting a quick double team on Brandy Davis right when she gets the ball there on the perimeter.
Natalie Jones commits the foul. And believe it or not, team foul-wise, that's 8 now. And Brandy Davis would go to the line. Brandy battling the flu. Did not play in the first half. And she's already got 7 points here in the second half. In just a few minutes of action. Has probably a pretty good chance to be Oregon's leading scorer by the end of the game. Only playing a few minutes. Second free throw is good, and that means we take our final timeout here in Tucson. 71-47 down the stretch. Ducks' final road game of this 2004 season. We're back right after this. Welcome back, everyone. Oregon trailing 71-47, and the Pac-10 tournament is still out there after one more weekend of play. This is the way it would look right now. Oregon and Cal are pretty much locked into that 8-9 spot, but Arizona still could eke out Stanford for the Pac-10 championship, and Oregon would have a pretty tough go of it down there in San Jose if they were able to get by California in that first night matchup.
That's what you want to do. You want to put yourself into those games, get through the first night matchup, and then see if you can make some waves.
But still playing hard. 3:32 to go. Now on the baseline, and a nice move by Natalie Jones.
I like her game. Very athletic, very smooth. Seems to have a real understanding of being under control. She really is a great player. I think she's going to be a great player for Arizona. Good player now, will be a great one.
Shedder's nice pass down low to Gaines. The foul is called on the hold. I think those sometimes are better just left unwhistled. Would have been a lay-in for Oregon, and no need really to stop the clock at this point. Natalie Jones will take a seat, as well will Coco Sanders. Sanford is highly recruited. They thought she would come in and just a freshman. She's going to be a great player as well. So you can see the youth on this team, how good they're going to be in the future. I mean, I think the world of what Bombacini has done here. And again, it really mirrors what Oregon did a few years ago when they started to make their run in a couple Pac-10 titles.
Now you have to improve your athleticism, and that's something that Arizona has definitely done. Is they are very athletic, much more athletic than they used to be, and they've got some important pieces to their puzzle, which are here for a couple years.
Kick ball by Brandy Davis. Kayla Steen will come out of the basketball game. Ashley Allen is in. So Allen and Oaks are in the game for the first time, which I'm thinking they might have been in the game together one of those first games of the year, those early games, but I don't remember them being on the floor at the same time. But Oregon basketball after the turnover.
Great hustle by Oaks, making something happen, trying to make the most of her opportunity here when she's out there playing. You got to like the hustle.
Ducks have done a great job from the bench. Get some points, but you know, when 33 of your 49 points come from the bench, there's likely a problem.
Yes, not quite enough from that starting group, and obviously Brandy Davis was a big part of that bench scoring, coming off and lining up as she has done, but the starters just could not find the rhythm tonight. They just couldn't hit from the outside, and things weren't falling from the inside. And another quiet, slow night for Andrea Bills.
Oregon starters with just 16 points tonight. Tough night for Eleanor Herring as Polk knocks it down. Pretty tough day for Chelsea Wagner. Andrea Bills in foul trouble early. Sometimes it goes that way. And Ducks going to have to get up and forget about this one and get ready for the California-Stanford matchups this coming weekend. Hobson running hard to the hoop. Nice play by Hobson. And a nice pass from Gribb. And a 20-second timeout is called, a 30, which I'm just not sure why.
Well, I'm thinking at this point, I'm surprised that the starters are still in for Bonvincini. I don't understand why Polk would still be in this game, and Hobson and some of the kids who have started this game. So I think she's probably going to, I would assume, get those starters out and let all her subs have an opportunity to play.
She may want to set up the curtain call as well for two seniors here on Senior Day. They do their senior ceremony after the game, so the fans that have come here for Senior Day, it didn't, normally they come out before the game, but they don't do that here. They wait till the game is over, which I actually think is a nice gesture because you don't put the other team through that as well. So a lot of these fans maybe going to get a chance to see, get that curtain call here at the end, as I guess Gribb has gone to the bench right now. Duger, though, is in the game. Cats come out in his zone. Then gone to the bench. Rachel Shine is in the game for the first time as well, and so is Anna Chappelle, a sophomore from British Columbia. So Arizona pulling a page out of the Duck book, going up to Canada. Stolen by Oaks, and she lays it home with 1:30 to go.
Cecily Oaks has come up here, had a couple of steals, definitely getting some good minutes in here and showing some of the hustle.
That's Duger on the line, and I don't know how that ball got in. It was actually blocked. It spun up the opposite way and went in the hoop.
The senior really wanted the score, so she put her head down and went hard to the rim.
Here's Shedders. Brandy Davis from deep knocks down the three. 1 minute. Brandy Davis could beat just about anybody in a game of one-on-one.
She's got some great tools. Still needs to put it all together.
Here's Duger looking for the three. Looked good all the way, and she gets it. That brings up the Arizona bench with their senior getting a big three on her final game here at the McHale Center. Oaks, circus shot off the glass, and count it.
Cicely Oaks showing us a little pizzazz and a great job at the defensive end, and there a little dipsy doodle making something happen. Great job by her today to show that, you know what, she's someone who can get out here and play a little bit. So you just go in, a little bit of a foul there, not much there by Chappell, but call goes Oaks' way. She's got a chance for the freebie.
Ball loose. Gaines goes down for it, tries to throw it off the Cats, and it came back and hit her and then went out of bounds. So a good play, but a tough break.
Good effort on her part, just didn't quite work out for her.
Duger comes out of the game to a nice ovation from the fans here. And Ducks go to a full court press here with 30 seconds to go. See if the Cats just try to dribble it out. There's about a second differential. As the fans let them know how much they appreciate their performance. Hobson up and good. And the last 10 seconds can't go quick enough for the Oregon Ducks right now, as they will head home with two tough games here in the desert. Two performances I'm sure they'd love to forget, Kathy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sometimes these road trips are brutal, and this is one where they just want to get home.
State Farm Player of the Game here in Tucson is going to be Dee Dee Wheeler. She had a nice game tonight for the Arizona Wildcats. Our Player of the Game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance as the buzzer goes off. Dee Dee Wheeler had 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals. The final score, Arizona 84, Oregon 58.
Today's game has been brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a fresh, cold Budweiser. It's game time. By Mart, proud to be part of the Northwest and to be Northwest owned and operated. American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. And by Pepsi, the joy of Pepsi.
Well, fans, tough one for the Oregon Ducks. Our next OSN telecast will be in 2 weeks when the Oregon men host the USC Trojans. Game time is at 5:30, a Thursday night game. That's our last one of the year. For our producer and director, Tim Lay, Kathy Nelson, and the rest of our OSN crew, I'm Joe Johnsante saying good afternoon from the McHale Center in Tucson, Arizona. This has been a presentation of the Oregon Sports Network in association with ESPN Plus, the worldwide leader in collegiate sports. Once again, the final score, Arizona 84, Oregon 58. Good night, everyone, from the desert.